Hi there, Chris here. In Joe Pick's last video, he picked a Yale padlock that he got from Jack Fox. And it was one like this. And he asked, I commented on that, well done, and so forth. And he asked if I would know, he wants to impression that lock. It came without a key. And he wanted to know if I knew which key blank it was. Okay, that's that could be a deep question. First off, Joe, I need to see closer the keyway, a close-up of the keyway, like that type of close-up, so you can actually see. And I'm not in the good light here because my camera's quite a bit away from from its normal light position. But this one is a Y1. That's the simplest. And why this can be a deep question is if we look at Suki's Yale book, her key blank book. Uh-oh, here comes the slink dog. Yale starts on this page here, and it starts with the Y1. And so there's a whole bunch of Ilko, and this is an Ilko book, but it shows all these Yales. So you got all these, you got all these on the bottom, and then you got 4 more pages. So I really need to see the keyway. I'll go into this a little bit deeper with some of the actual locks I have. But you can see all of these, this keyway here, the 998GL, it's a 6-pin, fits all those different keyways. LA, LB, LC, LH, all those L's series. Then you got the next page. All of this, here's the master keys for 5, 6, 7 pin and 7.5 pin. That's interesting. Your 6 pin would be a 998Y4, and if you look up, it fits all of those keyways. So, and then we continue. These are the K and F and B and C, D series, and then some more. So it is a deep question. Do we have more? Yes, we have 2 more, at least 2 more pages. And this is from the latest Ilko 12th edition. And they're coming out with a 13th, but they haven't come out with it yet. This is quite old. This is about 2018, I think. But there again, you have so many different keyways. And we'll just sort of look at those for a minute. And what fits them, which particular key code, not code, but number fits it, but also the master keys to it. And then I think that's, no, there's 2 more pages. So it can be confusing, but we're going to go through and try and make it a little simpler, narrow it down. So I have a few Yales here that we can look at, and I can sit down maybe. So I'll come back, and this is just some of the Yales I have, but we'll start with, no, that's not it. Where'd we go? I don't know. I lost my Yale 1. Okay, that's a Yale 1. What yours looks like mostly if I can pick it out. It looks, I think it looked most like this, but I never got really a close-up on it. And this is a GD. So, and I can go generally to my True Value hardware store, and they have a lot of Yale blanks. I don't know if it's a very good hardware store and a good key department. So it depends on what they have, you know, how good a selection they have. But a GD I found through all of these is one you're going to find a lot of. Now a GD will fit a GK. A GD key will fit a GK key, but it won't fit a GC key. So it gets involved. Here we have, which one is this? Oh, yeah, like I was saying, here's a GK. So this Yale GK, and this is the 998, will fit in this GD. Or this one that I just popped, which is a GD, it'll fit in there. Now, of course, I don't know which key works anymore with what. I think this goes to the Pontiac one, which is, I don't know where it went. You can see how it gets confusing. But you have all these different keyways. This is a GD. So this key, oh, this is the Pontiac one. That will fit in there. And they're all different. Basically, these are 830s. At the end, I'm going to show a tear sheet of these Yales, and it's a part sheet, and shows all the parts and for all the different, these series of Yales. And these all come apart. See, these, you can actually buy these, you could buy these as a locksmith would buy them, and they would come pinned, and so you can see the guts, how all this works. I've taken some of this out. I've taken the actuator, or the little, these guys out with the springs. I have all that. But you can see, like this one, this is how it would be delivered. And it would be 0-bitted, and you just take these pins out, and you can disassemble it, key the cylinder from 0-bitted to whatever your key is, and you're matching a front door key or other keys to the house, so it's all the same key. So they were delivered like that, and that was very cool. You would think this is going to be a Yale one. No, this is a GE. I wonder if the GD fits GE. Nope, does not. So I would start with a GD. But first, actually, if you send me a picture in an email, a close-up of Joe, of your keyway, I can get draw a better bead on what it is. That's another GD. This one is just a simple wide one. And that was one that Jeff Moss, all I showed him was this and this Sun Pipe Company, or Sun Pipeline Company, and he was able to generate this key from his massive archives of Yale keys. So that was very cool. Another GD. And then they go into even these huge older ones. These, I believe, are English. And that, I don't know what keyway that is. We could try a lot of keys, but we'd be here forever. And we don't even want to get into the rare as dinosaur poop, old vintage Yales that are dual custodies. So, and these are actually two different keyways, these guys. So, I do have a working key for one of them and a blank for the other. So, it's a cool thing to be able to impression them, but send me a picture, Joe, of the keyway, and I can have a better idea of what direction to send you as far as key blanks are concerned. So that's about it. There's my little friend Slink. Did I want to? I think that about covers it. I mean, there's just so many different ones. This is an Atlas key, and it does not have, this one does not have a designation of what it is, I don't think. And I don't think yours has a designation or any numbers on it, Joe, if I remember. Anyway, that is kind of the wonderful world of many different Yale keyways. As you saw in the book, I think there was 6 or 8 pages full of them. A lot of them will open with those what I call the master type keys, the 998 keys. But anyway, it is kind of fun, and of course I have a lot of them, and I do love them, and probably that's why I'm pretty good at picking them, and I can take the snowman in there and pretty much pop them quickly. So that's another Yale review, and that's just these, quote, 830, essentially, 830 series. So anyway, ask a question, leave a comment, subscribe if you find this stuff interesting, and we'll see you next time.